Hey yo, what it do, baby? It's your boy Wise, man. We back with another headbanger, WiseWorldUniverse. Y'all already know what it is. So, I'm just retouching on the subject that I touched on maybe a day or two ago. Kind of responding to the guy Sledge's video on the state of the game and the balance of the game right now. Now, I was the first person to make a response video, whether people want to believe that or check it out or not. Now I see more people are making response videos to it, which is a good thing, because I do feel like the demon side of the community, we don't, especially on YouTube, we don't have a really big presence, or nobody like dropping videos constantly talking about things from the demon side. But I'm one of the few, let's just say. I mean, I know there's a few others. We got the homie Jay Slayer. He's a big player on the game. He made a video. Of course, you know, Alcar made a response. You know, but the bottom line is, yeah, I was the first person to make a response video, so I feel like I wanted to touch on it one more time, because I mean, I've been watching everybody else's videos, and it seems like we're all on the same page here, which is no disrespect to the guy Sledge. He did have some decent points, but for the most part, most of the things he said were rather ridiculous. And this is no slight at him. Everybody's free to have their opinion. I'm also free to have mine, but I back it up with, you know, my overall experience. I've been playing since launch. I have, I don't know, hundreds of hours in the game. I've been playing, yes, I am a demon main. Everybody knows. You can look at my channel, you can look at my Twitch. By the way, I stream daily on Twitch, WiseWorldUniverse Twitch TV, or twitch.tv/WiseWorldUniverse. Y'all already know what it is. You can check out my YouTube. Y'all see the content, so y'all know how I get down. But when I talk about the game, I talk about it from an unbiased angle, because I care about the game and I want to see the game grow. Anybody who watches me or is listening to this, if you don't believe me, I was making videos about this very subject 3 months ago. You can go back on my channel and look. I made videos talking about if they changed certain things were going to happen. If they did certain things, certain other things, they were going to lead to certain other things. And I'll be gosh darn, for pardon the pun, but I'll be gosh darn if most of the things I said back then haven't already come to fruition at this juncture before we even got here. I also predicted that if they buffed the demon a little bit, survivors were gonna cry, because then survivor would actually be challenging again. And honestly, survivor still isn't that challenging, quite frankly, unless you're going up against a sweaty demon. Now, I wanted to point this out for people who may not thought about it in this way. Demon was basically broken, and the game was in a pretty broken state for the last 2 months. Very few demon players stayed around to play, which is why queue times were 10 minutes, 20 minutes for survivors. The few demons that did stay, those players now at this point are pros, like full out sweats, because those were the only ones left. So you got your Al cards, you got your caddy, you got your caddy TVs over there on Twitch. You got people like Jay Slayer over here on YouTube. I seen it was a lot of guys still playing. Old Man Gaming. I just think of a few. Myself, WiseWorldUniverse. I stream daily. You know, I post videos daily on YouTube. I stream daily on Twitch. So, you know, I like to consider myself in one of the top 1%. I'm actually pretty sure I'm in the top 1%. I know everybody only looks at the PC players, but quite frankly, I play on console and I'm playing on PlayStation. And yeah, I'm just as good as any of the PC players or any of the people that have more followers or viewers than I do. So I do feel like I can talk about the subject, which is why I made the response video to begin with. And I just want to touch back on the balance one more time, which is this game balance is actually pretty decent, and it's become more of a skill gap. And that's just the reality that most people need to come to. This is a team-oriented game. You have a lot of solo queue players who would rather... This isn't Dead by Daylight. You can't win solo, okay? In Dead by Daylight, you can win solo. In Friday the 13th, well, actually in F13 you couldn't even win solo, because by the time you were the last person, you probably were dead. So I know everybody wants this to have like some kind of something like Dead by Daylight, but I don't think that's what the devs were shooting for. Nobody wants a copycat Dead by Daylight. They're trying to push the genre forward. They're trying to push ASIMs forward. So balancing around solo queues or survivors or demons who complain wouldn't make any sense. This last patch didn't balance towards the top 1% because guess what? The top 1% players, we still have to sweat sometimes when we playing 4 stacks who know what they're doing and are communicating. It's still a tough match. Just because someone wins a lot of games and doesn't mean the game's unbalanced. It could mean that person's just really good at the game. There is skill involved. There is skill involved in every video game just about, but especially in multiplayers. If someone wins a lot, it ain't because the game, like if I was playing 2K and I won a lot, it wouldn't be because 2K is broken. It'd be because I'm really good. If I was playing Madden and I was winning a lot, it wouldn't be because Madden is broken or something needs to be nerfed. It's because I'm that good. So multiplayer ASIM games are no different. You can't tell me the demon's so strong survivors can't win when I play survivor and I win. So that's an invalid argument. You can't tell me that it's not okay to buff the demon when it's already 4 versus 1. It's 4 people versus 1 person. Demon players solo queue every time they queue up, and that's 1 brain have to account for 4 other brains and thought processes and ideas. So I just don't want to hear we'll balance around solo queues. Why? Because they don't want to play the game right. So you want them to balance the game around people who want to run off on their own and loot like this is Fortnite. That's their fault. Like, it's just not. Like, I can tell you right now from playing Demon so much, one of the main mistakes I see, especially in solo queue lobbies, is they spend too much time looting and not doing the objectives. You know what 4 stacks do better than solo queues? They do the objective. So and I'm gonna say this, and like I said, I know people aren't gonna like it, but I really think the game's in a pretty fine state, to be honest with you. If you want to tune down Puppeteer's basic damage a little bit, but honestly I wouldn't even say do that, because it's not really hitting as hard as people are claiming. Everything that people are complaining about is really over exasperated. I play both sides of the game. I've never stopped playing the game. I'm not one of those people who put the game down for a couple days or a couple weeks and then came back. No, I've played every single day through every bug, every glitch, every balance patch, every whatever. Okay, so and for survivors out there, no offense to y'all, but for demon players who dealt with duping and all the other absurd things that they had to deal with the last 2 months, you can't really be mad if they don't feel you when you want to cry about Puppeteer's early game possession or some other minute little thing that ain't that serious that can still be beaten because it's 4 versus 1. I've beaten Puppeteer since the patch. I've even lost a game as Puppeteer because of my own mistakes, but I've even lost a game as Puppeteer to a 4 stack since patch. It's not about wins and losses. It is truly about skill and who makes a mistake first and who capitalizes if the other does make a mistake. So let's all just keep getting better. If you're a solo queuer, hey look, go on Reddit, go on Discord and find you a team. Like, it's crossplay, for God's sake. You don't want to talk on the mic? Okay, use the in-game communications. Ping things. Like, it's not that hard, man. I play solo queue, and albeit, yes, it's a lot. It's stressful sometimes, but for the most part, you can get decent teammates. And I'm in the U.S. and I'm on the East Coast server, so I get decent teammates most of the time. So this whole solo queue's dead. No, solo queue's just a little harder, but that you have the tools to play the game correctly and win. So there's no excuse. The bottom line is there is no more excuses for solo queue this, solo queue that. No, the tools are in the game for you to play together as a team and win. For real, they're there. They exist. So this whole argument of it's dead, they've made it so hard. No, they ain't making it hard. You as the player is making it hard because you don't want to play as a team. That's you making it hard and making it easy for the demon. You can't say the demon's OP when you spend the whole match making every mistake you can possibly make. The match starts up, you fire your gun or you jump in a car. You steal all the colas and amulets from your support, don't share them. You hog the amulets or the good weapons, and then you wonder why you lose. It's not the game. It's you. It's the player. There's no way for a demon to get carried to a victory. You know why? Because he's solo queues. You're the dungeon master. You control everything. So unless you're gonna sit back and spawn AI and just be in spectator mode, you gotta do something. So every win as a demon is earned. Survivors can get carried because you could have two really good teammates who are amazing at the game and you be brand new and they can carry you to victory sometimes if you just listen to them. But a lot of you don't want to listen. Is that the game's fault? Is that Saber's fault? Or is that your fault as a player? It's not the game, it's the person holding the controller. And no matter what nerfs or buffs come to the game, it's always going to come down to the person holding the controller. If you're a gamer, you understand what I mean. Yeah, things in the game can influence how you play, but when it comes down to it, it's the person holding the controller. And that's all I wanted to say, man. Like I said, appreciate all the love from everybody, man. I appreciate everybody engaging in this discussion. A lot of you guys were really cool in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm asking for. Let's have a dialogue. Let's talk about this, because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing, which is for the game to be good, fun, and grow. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with your boy. We're streaming every day over there on Twitch. Twitch.tv/WiseWorldUniverse. I know, shameless plug, but you got to. And appreciate everybody who been coming by the YouTube showing love, man. We are 12 away. We are 12 subs away from 100, man. That road to 100. Woo. We are 12 subs away. So, man, if you like what you see, please, man, don't forget, hit that sub button. It's free. You feel me? Like, share, comment. I read everything, reply back to what I can. Give the video a thumbs up because it helps in the algorithm, and Lord knows the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So hey, look, hit that notification bell so you can know when we drop more content over in WiseWorldUniverse, man. And we're gonna keep the Evil Dead content going. We're gonna be pardon the cough. We're gonna be covering Evil Dead. We're going to be covering Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We're going to be covering Killer Clowns from Outer Space. We're going to be covering God of War Ragnarok. Listen, we're going to be covering Ghostbusters. Listen, we're just going to be going crazy over here on Wise World, man. So y'all make sure y'all tap in, man. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the thumbs up, holler at your boy, tap that notification bell, man. And I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Love you guys. Wise man out 100.